To study about the multiple objectives of business. Continuous increase in the profits of any enterprise is possible only through performing useful services to the society. Yes, of course, if you wanted to get a success in your business, then what you need to do? You have to perform or provide better services to the society. In fact, objectives are needed in every area that influences the survival and prosperity of business. Then only we can improve the business. So, the ultimate aim goal of a business is to provide better service and focus on the welfare of people. That is what we are going to study more about the business today. Since a business has to balance a number of needs and goals, it requires multiple objectives. We wanted to know what are the objectives to be attained in the business. It cannot follow only one objective and expect to achieve excellence. If we follow only one objective, then or one strategy, by applying only one strategy we cannot get a success. We must apply various methods and strategies, then only the success will follow us. Okay. Similarly, in business also we wanted to apply various kinds of objectives, goals, strategies. Objectives have to be specific in every area and sphere of business. So, objectives and also the methods, strategies must be implemented better way in order to increase the business. Okay. So, dear students, you understood from this area that actually you must have an objective or goals. You need to set a goal in your business. In order to attain success in the business, the goal is very important. You have to implement the goals, the strategies better way, then only you can increase your business and expand your business. So, now we can move on to the next paragraph. For example, sales figures have to be set. At first, what we need to do? We have to set the sales figure. The amount of capital to be raised has to be estimated and the target number of units to be produced should be defined. We must have a proper plan. According to that plan, we have to move further and forward, then only the business can grow. So, among them, this sales figures have to be set and implemented and execute it properly, then only the success in business take place. The objectives define what the business is going to do in concrete terms that enable the business to analyze their own experience and as a result improve their performance. So, we have to analyze, understand, study the market, analyze the market, and we must have a proper plan and execute that plan better way, then only we can get a success in the business. Objectives are needed in every area where performance and results affects the survival and prosperity of business. That is what actually the objectives, your goals, your plan and the strategies which you implement really decide the performance and the result. Your performance as well as the result would be affected by your strategies and its implementation. Then only the survival and the prosperity of business take place. Then only you can grow your business better way. Some of these areas are described below. We can go further and understand more about this topic now. So, here we understood that actually business is planning. We need to plan various kinds of strategies in order to get a success in the business. Now, we can move the market standing. What is market standing? That we will understand. Market standing refers to the position of an enterprise in relation to its competitors. Of course, in business, in every field there is competition. India is a vast country with a largest population, more people are living in this country. So, So there is of course competition in every field. Of course in the business also there is competitors, national as well as the international companies are working in the market economy. So so many companies are producing similar products. Of course there is competition. So we must be competent and we must introduce new technologies, innovative ideas, all those we wanted to implement, then only we can get a success. A business enterprise must aim at standing on stronger footing in terms of offering competitive products to its customers and serving them to their satisfaction. Of course, this is the point you need to remember. Customer satisfaction must be there. Then only you can survive or you can nourish, expand your business. There is of course always competitors are there. You must be capable to compete with your competitors. Okay, that you need to understand. You need to implement new ideas, innovative ideas. You need to implement cutting edge technologies. You need to implement in the field and bring overall prosperity in your business. That is what here it says. Now we can move on to the next point, that is innovation. Yes, we were talking about this innovation. Innovative ideas must be implemented properly. Innovation is the introduction of new ideas or methods in the way something is done or made. If you want to get success, overall success in your life, of course you must have innovative ideas and you must be capable to present all those ideas perfectly. Similarly, in the business also you need to apply innovative ideas and you must be capable to execute all those ideas properly. There are two kinds of innovation in every business. So it says there are two kinds of innovation in every business. One is innovation in product or service. You must bring new ideas and of course you should apply in the business and create product or service with the innovative ideas. Innovation in product or service. The second is innovation in the various skills and activities needed to supply them. What you want? You wanted to improve your skills with innovative ideas, something different. You must be something different and your products must be something different. You must be a special ones with innovative ideas and your products and services must express innovative ideas of your skill. No business enterprise can flourish in a competitive world without innovation. No one or no business enterprises can flourish in a competitive world without innovation. So day to day the new products are coming in the market. Therefore, you have to analyze, understand and you must be capable to produce new products and bring innovative ideas in your business. Therefore, innovation becomes an important objective. So, this is one of the main factor in your business. What is innovation? Innovative ideas and skill based innovative ideas you have to implement in your business. That is what we studied here in this point. Now the another best point is productivity. Of course, we wanted to increase the productivity. The product must be capable to catch the market or satisfy your customers better way. Productivity is calculated by comparing the value of outputs with the value of inputs. So, what is inputs and what is outputs? Inputs are raw materials and your skills becomes a product. When that is product, that is outputs. The raw materials becomes outputs or finished products. It is used as a measure of efficiency. So, a tree is known by its fruits. Like that, actually, when people see your products, then they will come to know what kinds of efficiency you have and you are capable to produce better products or not. They will understand it. In order to ensure continuous survival and progress, every enterprise must aim at greater productivity by the best use of available resources. If you want to survive in the market and if you want to get progress and development in your business, then what you wanted to do, you have to implement innovative ideas and produce better products which can control the market. Okay, physical and financial resources, now we can study. Here we studied actually you must be capable to use the available resources better way. So now we are going to study about physical and financial resources. Any business requires physical resources like plants, machines, offices, etc. All these come under physical resources. Okay, physical as well as financial resources are there. Now we are going to study about physical resources. What is physical resources? That is plant. If you want to produce something, of course you must have a place, building, plant, machines, office, etc. Then another one is financial resources, means if you wanted to start a business or anyone wanted to start a business, of course the fund is very necessary. Fund means wealth, money, all those amount you want. Funds to be able to produce and supply goods and services to its customers. So if you have enough fund to run a business, of course then everything will come. The physical resources will come to you only when you have proper funds. The business enterprise must aim at acquiring these resources. What are the resources? We were studying about the two kinds of resources, physical as well as financial resources. Acquiring these resources according to their requirements and use them efficiently. You must be capable to use all those resources. What are those resources? Those resources are physical as well as financial resources. You must be skilled, educated, and you must be very highly professional with a high level talent within you, and you must have innovative ideas as well as you must have other physical and financial resources. Other physical resources means you must have plants, machineries, office, etc. At the same time you must have financial resources too. So now we can move on to the next paragraph, earning profits. Of course we studied that actually any business house, if someone wants to do business, then what is his ultimate aim or goal or motto? His aim is to earn profit. If there is no profits motive, then no one is going to do business. So everybody have their own profit motive. That is why they are doing business. One of the objectives of business is to earn profits. Of course people want to earn profit, that is why they are doing business. So that is why profitability refers to profit in relation to capital investment. Actually the capital investment, of course your investment is an important factor. Also, what are the main factors in business? Of course physical factor, resources is up there, then finance is there, building, money, then all those labor, raw materials, all those are there actually. Then we wanted to study the cost. So how much you invested, what is your revenue and what is your profit, that also we wanted to know in business. So profit, revenue, investment, all these are the main factors in business. Of course profit makes a difference. If you have profit from your business, then means you are doing good. Every business must earn a reasonable profit, which is so important for its survival and growth. Without profit, no business organization can survive in the market. Manager performance and development is the next point we are going to study. The manager performance and development. Business enterprises need managers to conduct and coordinate business activity. Of course, every good organizations need an efficient manager, So managers are capable to manage the business better way. If you wanted to get more profit in your business, then of course you must keep an educated, highly talented professional manager in your office. Okay, various programs for motivating managers need to be implemented. Of course you need to better business organizations always do quality management. So the employees and as well as the managers must have more productivity. In order to improve their productivity, the various programs for motivation the company needed to arrange. Manager performance and development is an important significant factor in order to create more better business progress. That is an important objective. So what we need, and we need to give better education training to our staff. That is an integral and important part of business organizations. Okay, the enterprises must actively work for this purpose. So here what we studied, earning profit is important. Also we need to keep better performance and development of our employees and managers. Then only we can increase the productivity and earn more profit. In order to increase the productivity in the employees or in our managers, what we needed to provide better education or internal training to our staff. That's all. The point is here finished. I trust you understood the point. Now what we want to do, we can go through, and the next point, worker performance and attitude is also important. Workers performance and attitude. Workers performance and attitudes determine their contribution towards productivity and profitability of any enterprises. We need to increase the quality of workers. Their behavior, their character, their attitude, their dedication, their concentration, all those would be reflected in the performance of the company. So therefore every enterprises must aim at improving its workers' performance. So that is why every better organizations are spending more money for staff training. They wanted to increase the productivity in their staffs. It should also try to ensure a positive attitude on the part of workers. Of course, the workers' attitude towards the customers and to the other co-workers must be very positive. So here what did we study? Here we studied the performance of workers and the attitude of workers must be changed. The productivity, the quality must be increased, more inculcated with more innovative positive ideas. So here therefore many companies and organizations are giving better motivation classes and internal training to their staffs. Then we can move on to the another step, that is another point, that is social responsibility. We are all social human beings. Social responsibility refers to the obligation of business firms to contribute resources for solving social problems and work in a socially desirable manner. Thus, a business enterprise must have multiple objectives to satisfy different individuals and groups for its own survival and prosperity. Here we studied that actually 2 points. One is actually workers' performance and attitude must be improved. They must have always a positive attitude. All this can be inculcated only when the organization give a better education or training to them. That is why many organizations are providing internal classes to them, training to them. Another one is actually social responsibility. Nowadays many business organizations are not only focusing on profit making, but they are also focusing on social upliftment and welfare of the customers. Social responsibility, we can say, social responsibility refers to the obligation of business firms to contribute resources for solving social problems and work in a socially desirable manner. See, many companies, good companies, they are actually adopting, or they are actually dedicated in villages changes. Many companies are actually adopting many villages and introducing or the basic amenities they are actually the changing, better roads, hospitals, schools, etc. they are providing. For example, Birla companies are doing like that, and even Adani is also doing. I have seen Adani's more contribution in the society, especially in Bhuj, Kutch areas. Okay, so thus, a business enterprise must have multiple objectives to satisfy different individuals and groups for its own survival and prosperity. Nowadays, what companies are doing? They are doing better service. They are giving education to their staffs. Not only to their staffs, they are also educating the public. They are actually distributing basic amenities, and you know that actually in the COVID time we have seen many companies came forward to combat the coronavirus. Okay, so many companies came forward and distributed many instruments, like many instruments to the public. Okay, they were actually helping people to combat against this coronavirus. So what did we understood from here? We understood social responsibility must be developed or must be nourished among the or introduced among the companies. The companies are more focusing on social responsibilities. That is what I wanted to say. So here, dear students, we understood that productivity must be increased in our country. Therefore, we need actually highly educated, talented workers. Also, we wanted to improve our villages, and also the customers' mindsets must be changed. Therefore, the companies are spending lots of money for their workers' performance as well as the people's mindset. Okay, so people's mindset and the customers, workers' mindset can be changed only when they have a positive attitude. For developing all these positive attitude, companies are spending lot of money. So dear students, we understood so many points here. I trust you have gone through the details. Definitely you will understand more details only when you read more the topic again and again. Now we are doing nature and purpose of a business. Today we are going to concentrate more on business risk. The term business risk refers to the possibility of inadequate profits or even losses due to uncertainties or unexpected events. Of course, in every business there is a risk. Okay? The term business risk refers to the possibility of inadequate profits or even losses due to uncertainties or unexpected events. For example, demand for a particular product may decline due to change in taste and preferences of consumers, or due to increased competition from other producers. There may be uncertainties can take place or occur in the market. Everything can affect your business. For example, the consumers' taste and preferences, that can also change your business. Decrease in demand will result in lesser sales and profits. So decrease in demand and supply will decide the market and its functions properly. So here in this paragraph we understood that actually always there is a risk in the business. So there are various factors can affect your business in the market. Okay, of course the consumers the taste and preferences and the technological changes, everything can decide your business. Competition can also decide the business of a company or of products. Decrease in demand will result in lesser sales and profits. What is the decrease? Why? What is actually a decrease? The decrease means the lesser sales and profits. Of course, every business organizations are doing business for making profit. When the profit goes down, we can say the business firm is not doing good. So, always the risk is there, the risk factors we need to check or correct. That is what actually this paragraph says. Then the next point is, in another situation, the shortage of raw materials in the market may shoot up its price. See, the raw materials, of course, the finished goods are the outcome of raw materials. So, the raw materials, the availability of raw materials must be there, enough availability must be there. In case the shortage occur, what will happen? The market may shoot up its price. So, that can or decrease or reduce your business. That is another reason. The firm using these raw materials will have to pay more for buying them. As a result, cost of production may increase, which in turn may reduce profits. In case the availability of raw materials occur, then what will happen? The firm needed to buy it in a high price and they needed to make the products. But in less price, they cannot supply the products in the market. In such a situation, the price will go up and the profits will go down, because when the price is very high, what will happen? People may not buy your product or buy the products of high amount, that they may not buy. Business enterprises constantly face two types of risk. So, they are talking about that actually there are always two types of risk. Speculative and pure risk is there. Speculative and pure. We can see what is the speculative risk. Speculative risk involves both the possibility of gain as well as the possibility of loss. That there is a speculation in share business, that is happening in the stock market, it is happening, the speculation is always there. Speculative risk involves both the possibility, there are chances for gain, and of course there are chances for loss as well. That is what. Here in this paragraph we understood the availability of raw materials can decide the profit. Okay? If the raw materials are available, then profit is actually more. If raw materials are, if there is a shortage in raw materials, what will happen? The people, of course, the finished products rate would be, amount would be very high, so that people may not buy more products. So, then the owners or the producers profit will be very less. Okay? So, in speculative and pure risk are there. Speculative means actually sometimes what is happening, the possibility of gain as well as the possibility of loss is there, we cannot say what will happen. That is a risk. Then the pure risk is also there. We are going to study more about these two types of risk, speculative as well as the pure risk. So, we can move on to the next point. Speculative risk arises due to changes in market conditions, including fluctuations in demand and supply. This is what is happening in the stock market. Of course, always the fluctuations are there. Supply and demand is there. Supply and demand will decide the price in the market, and the price in the market will decide consumers' interest to buy. If the price is very high, then many people may not buy in the local market. But in certain situations, it can go of the opposite side also. When the shares price, share market in the share market, when the shares market price is increasing, more people will buy. But of course, in the local market that may not happen. Changes in prices or changes in fashion and taste of consumers can also decide the demand and supply. What are changes in price, changes in fashion and taste of consumers? You know that actually always the fashion, taste, preferences, season can decide, price can decide, substitutes availability can decide the market, its market's demand and supply. Favorable market conditions are likely to result in gains, whereas unfavorable ones may result in losses. Of course, always there must be favorable market conditions. Unfavorable market conditions may bring loss. Pure risk involve only the possibility of loss or no loss. Pure risk involve only the possibility of loss or no loss. The chances of fire, theft or strike are examples of pure risk. Yes, of course, in the business all these are possible. What are the chances of fire? Fire may occur anytime. We cannot say what will happen. Theft, others may steal something, or strike, laborers, employees strike. Then all these comes under the category of pure risk. Their occurrence may result in loss, whereas non-occurrence may explain absence of loss instead of gain. So, in case the fire, theft, strike occur, what will happen? Their occurrence may result in loss. If that will happen, then of course the loss is there. Otherwise, what will happen? There is no loss, okay, but there is no gain. That's all. The products are there. There is no loss in the products. Products are available in the shop or godown. In case of the fire or theft occur, what will happen? That can be a loss. So, here we studied actually the favorable situations must be there, then there must be demand and supply in the market. Then what else we studied? We wanted to reduce the loss, okay, the pure risk we wanted to eliminate. Eliminate means fire, theft, strike, etc. we must try to avoid, but in many situations we cannot say how when it will occur, but we have to be very vigilant, that's all. Then we can move on to the next point, nature of business risk. Nature of business risk can be understood in terms of their peculiar characteristics. We can see business risk arises due to uncertainties. Of course, always there is an uncertainties in the market. Uncertainty refers to the lack of knowledge about what is going to happen in the future. We don't know what will happen tomorrow in the business. What kind of a business will take place tomorrow, that we cannot say. Even our life also we cannot say what will happen in the next moment. Natural calamities can occur anytime. Flood, cyclone, earthquakes, all those are the natural calamities. Changes in demand and prices, changes in government policy. Sometimes what will happen, changes in demand, people's preference, situations, climate, calamities, everything can decide the business. Sometimes the government's policy means tax implementation, all those will also decide. Then the improvement in technology, etc. can decide the business. Are some of the examples of uncertainty which create a risk for business, because the outcome of these future events is not known in advance. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, what new technology is coming in the market, okay, what new product is launching in the market, we don't know. So, we must be vigilant in all those things. So, all these factors can affect the business, natural calamities, change in demand, prices change, government policy, theft, everything can decide your business. So, you must be vigilant. A producer or a businessman must be always aware about all these market factors which decide the demand and supply or price. Then we can check. Risk is an essential part of every business. Of course, risk is an essential part of every business. Every business has some risk. No business can avoid risk, although the amount of risk may vary from business to business. There might be less small, very less risk. There sometimes it can be a huge risk, Risk can be minimized but cannot be eliminated in the business. Always there is a risk. People are investing money, so they have to wait. They don't know what will happen tomorrow. It is just like planting a tree. We plant a tree, when it will give fruits, and what would be the result and what will happen tomorrow. In case any natural calamities occur, the tree will be destroyed. Okay? So we cannot say that actually the tree will be long, will be staying more time. So there is a risk. Like that, likewise, in the business is also there is always risk. Degree of risk depends mainly upon the nature and size of business. The nature and size of business we want to study. What kind of business we are doing, that we must come to know. We must study. We must analyze better way. The business is investment, the products, the people's taste and preferences, technology, everything we need to understand and study. Then what else? Nature of a business and size of a business, volume of production and sale are the main factors which determine the amount of risk in a business. The products, competitors, technology, investment, so many factors a businessman wanted to know. For example, a business dealing in fashionable items has a high degree of risk. Every day the fashion is changing. People, today's fashion may not be a fashion tomorrow. So the person, the company which invested lot of money, there is always a risk. They don't know what will happen. The next day, the very next day, the fashion may change. So in the fashion, what is happening? In the business, which is, for example, a business dealing in fashionable items has a high degree of risk. Similarly, a large scale business has a higher risk than what a small business or small scale business is very less risk. But a large scale business organization always need to take a higher risk. So here we were studying about the risk. So there are a lot of risks. Natural calamities can occur anytime. If the business is a large scale business, then more risk is there. Small scale business, of course, the risk is very less. Fashion business, what is happening? Every day the fashion is changing. Of course, there is risk. The nature and the size. A businessman study about the market, the product, all technologies, what is happening in the world, the changes in the world, people's mindset, everything they needed to study, the competition, competitors in the market, the quality of the product, everything they needed to understand. Then only they can do better business. Then we can move on to the next point. Profit is the reward for risk taking. What is profit? Profit is the reward for taking risk. No risk, no gain is an age-old principle which applies to all types of business. In every business there is risk. No risk, no gain. That is a saying. Greater the risk involved in a business, higher is the chance of profit. Greater the risk involved in a business. If the risk is small, higher is the chance of profit. People who takes risk can get success. The challenges we need to take in our life. Many people fear and sit somewhere. They don't take the initiative to take the challenges. So you must take the challenges and of course perform well, understand your potentialities and apply it with more dedication and enthusiasm. An entrepreneur undertakes risk under the expectation of a higher profit. Why? An entrepreneur undertakes a risk under the expectation of higher profit. Why the entrepreneurs or businessmen, business tycoon, business magnates are taking a risk? Because their expectation is a higher profit in future. Profit is thus the reward for risk taking. So we can say profit is the reward for risk taking. No risk, no gain. That's what actually. Okay. Then we can move on to the next point, that is causes of business risk. Business risk arises due to a variety of causes which are classified as follows. Power failure can create business risk. Power failure, strikes, employees strike, riots, some religious peoples create these riots. Management efficiency, if the management is not the owner and the management, the manager and all other administrative wing is not good, their inefficiency can also create failure in the business. Natural causes we can check. Human beings have little control over natural calamities. Natural calamities can occur anytime, like a flood is there, earthquake, lightning. Lightning is there, thunder and lightning mainly when the rainy season goes. Then famine is there, famine, poverty, famine, all those can also create losses in the business. All those are the risk factors. They result in heavy loss of life, property and income in business. So what we want actually, of course there is risk in the business, the natural causes can also accelerate the risk in business. Human causes, so now we were talking about natural causes, now again we are going to study about human causes. Human causes include such unexpected events like a dishonesty, the workers, staff, employees dishonesty, management's dishonesty, all these can, carelessness, negligence of employees. Negligence of employees can also create more loss. They do not work, there is no spirit, enthusiasm or happiness, pleasantness in the employees, they are not working properly. Sometimes the management is not supporting or motivating the staffs. All those can create loss. Stoppage of work due to power failure. Sometimes power failure can create strikes, riots, management inefficiency. All those points we also studied here. So all these can create loss in the business. So a businessman must understand the various factors which are affecting the business and which is creating risk in the business. So then he needed to solve all those problems better way. Then the another point is economic causes can create. These include uncertainties relating to demand for goods. Competition is always in the market. There is uncertainties always in the market. The competition, the company, the producer must be capable to experience or face the competition in the market. Price collection of dues from customers. Sometimes what will happen? Price collection, the wholesalers buy products in credit. So the owner needed to collect the dues from the wholesalers, customers, etc. Change of technology, market, the technology is changing, new highly finished products are coming in the market, that can affect our business. The change of technology or method of production, the method of production will change when the technology changes, that can also affect the business of an old business firm. Financial problems like a rise in interest rate for borrowing. Of course, the industries, they borrow money from other various financial institutions like private parties, sometimes from the banks and other financial institutions. When the interest rate change, that can also, if the interest rate is going to be more, then more money they need to find to repay the borrowings. Levy of higher taxes, this is connected with the fiscal policies of government. The government impose more taxes on business organizations, then can also create a loss. also come under these types of causes as they result in higher unexpected cost of operation of a business. All these can actually create cost of production more. When the cost of production is more, their profit is very less. So, in such a situation, we can say all these comes under the economic causes which create a risk in the business that can make business profit very less. So, now we can see what are the other causes. These are unforeseen events like political disturbances. You know that the political stability we need in our country or in any other country, they need political stability. If there is no political stability, then business cannot grow. Often the governments are changing and new economic policies they are imposing. So, that is not good for a safe business. Mechanical failure of such as bursting of a boiler, mechanical failure, technology wise failure, their machineries failure, that can also create loss in business. Fluctuations in exchange rate. Sometimes what is happening, the exchange rate, when the mainly some business organizations, they are concentrating more on only on export business. Then what is happening, fluctuations in exchange rates, the foreign amounts, foreign monies. So the exchange rate is sometimes 1 or 2 rupees goes up, sometimes 4 or 5 rupees goes down. All these can also create uncertainty, risk in business, okay, which lead to the possibility of business risk. All these mentioned points are affecting the business directly or indirectly. So, what we understood, actually we want a risk-free business situations in our country. That is possible only when we have a stable government in our country, when we have less risk factors. We studied, we have gone through various risk factors in the economy, in the market, or the producers' troubles, problems, the factors which create risk in the market, that also we studied. So, a good producer, owner must understand all these factors and try to reduce his risk and create more profit in his business.